Today marks the first ever episode of What's Behind You. On our entry edition, we are going to peek behind the darkness, look through the peripheral vision and see what's lurking in and around Derbyshire's most haunted places. This is a slight disclaimer. If you have or are planning on visiting these areas, please be aware these are documented sightings of what's in and around those areas, so please do everything within your power to stay safe and legal when entering these areas. I am in no way a believer, but I'm also not fully skeptical. First up in our top 5, the Legless Soldier at the Castle Hotel, Castleton. The Castle Hotel is highly haunted, with many sightings reported over the years and continuing to do so even to this day. Room 4 is home to a jilted bride who walks the floor in her wedding dress. In the cellar, staff members have seen a nurse and a legless soldier walking throughout the cellar, moving barrels. And in rooms 7 and 10, a middle-aged man in a pinstripe suit can be seen walking throughout the walls and pacing through the room. One person who stayed there wrote on TripAdvisor, "Regular visitors to the castle. As always, a friendly, nice pub with nice character rooms. Never stayed in room 4 before, and in the middle of the night awoke to cups rattling even though the mugs were not even on saucers, and a cold wind like a window open, which was felt by both me and my wife. Not a great believer in ghosts, but spoke to the staff and found out room 4 is supposedly haunted. Maybe ghosts do exist. Still a great pub, even if haunted." Another former landlady once met the suited man, the suited ghost, on the stairs, stepping aside to let him pass. She was amazed when she turned back and the man vanished in front of her eyes. Ballsover Castle and its ghost book. Built on the site of a medieval fortress, Ballsover Castle is an extraordinary 17th century aristocratic retreat and is reputed so haunted that the English heritage staff keep a ghost book as they get so many reports of paranormal activity. There have been sightings of a female ghost presence in the kitchen area, a child who appears in the fireplace before disappearing. Strange noises are often heard. Smells appear for no reason. Some visitors have reported hearing the sound of horses' hooves passing through the walls. Staff and visitors are said to have reported being pushed, seeing apparitions, and items being moved around the site. A BBC quote states, "A castle where the ghost of a boy was apparently seen holding visitors' hands without them noticed has been voted as England's spookiest." English heritage staff gave the verdict on Ballsover Castle in Derbyshire, which is built on an ancient burial ground. The 1800 employees rated the site they work at on a spooky scale. Other events at the home of William Cavendish include strange footsteps and slamming doors. People have also said that they felt like they were being pushed, had cold sensations, and heard muffled voices. Murdered lovers at Winnett's Pass, Castleton. This impressive limestone gorge is said to be haunted by a young couple called Clara and Henry, who were murdered whilst eloping. The pair were ambushed one night in 1758, robbed and killed. Their bodies were found years later, buried near a barn. Their remains were reinterred in Castleton churchyard. It is said that years later, a miner who was on his deathbed confessed that he and 4 of his friends had committed the crime. He suggested that all of the perpetrators had met a sticky end. And this couple can be seen walking throughout Winnett's Pass. Many people have seen the couple walking, holding hands, over the pass and through the pass. Kinder Downfall and the Legend of the Mermaid's Pool. Kinder Downfall is the highest waterfall in the country, formed where the River Kinder meets the edge of the Moorland Plateau. Far below the downfall, the dark waters of the Mermaid's Pool are reputedly haunted by a water spirit who manifests on the eve of Easter, perhaps relating to the time of ancient worship in the area. The origin of the mermaid's legend is obscure, but there are many solitary pools with similar legends, and it may date back before the Roman invasion. Folklore suggests that staring into the waters will grant visions of the future, and as is common with many water spirits, the mermaid has a treacherous nature, either granting eternal life or pulling under those who have glimpsed her. Kinder Scout and the surrounding areas have also been the scene of many air crashes. 2 Sabre jets crashed in unexplained circumstances in July 1954. The wreckage can still be seen today. Along with the wreckage, there has been sights of airmen walking across Kinder Scout, lost, trying to find their way back home. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of the first episode of What's Behind You. Now, these are just 5. There are many, many more places in Derbyshire that are reputedly the most haunted. Week by week, month by month, we will go through, peer behind the darkness, look behind that creaky door, and find more. So please, hit that subscribe button, like, and let me know if you've seen anything or you have been there, and I shall catch you next week.